The fact that they're able to do this without a label says a lot. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna watch another insightful video of why SB19 is going global and why they're breaking the system of the music industry and how they're doing without big labels or anything. So Starwave has created this video. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna look, how it's gonna sound, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on the right track, right? Like we kind of know why they are doing so well and why they are like their trajectory is going like this, but I would love to hear also what they have to say about this. So without further ado, let's end video. I mean, the fact that they're able to do this without a label says a lot.
One of the
how
biggest
much
global success stories in Asian pop didn't come from a massive entertainment
like
company,
eagerness they have
flashy
in
media
themselves,
backing, or industry
especially creating
shortcuts.
their own company
It came
and
from SB19.
now being able to do
Yes,
more
you heard that right.
than when they were in a label.
SB19 has
You know
as
what
one
I
of the
mean?
biggest global success stories in Asian
And
pop
the fact
today,
that everything
and
they
did it
earn
without
and everything
relying
they
on any
do
big label
is
to carry them
theirs.
there.
All the
So the real question is, how did they pull it off?
like everything that they
What
do,
did they have which
everything
others
they
didn't?
record, everything they
And
write,
what can artists and
like
creators learn
sales,
from their
everything
journey?
goes to them. So
Well, these are the
it's
exact
so
key
much better, I
questions
feel
that
like,
we will
at
be
this day
shedding
and age
light
to
on in
be
this
kind of
video.
like an independent
But before we
artist
dive into all of that,
over
please do
being
well
in
to
like
hit
labels
share,
where you
and
sign your
subscribe.
life away.
It
So
really helps the
it's
channel
cool
grow
that they
and lets
are
me know you want more
doing
content like this. You see, for the
this
longest
for
time,
themselves.
the music industry has sold us one very clear message. If you want to make it big, really big, you need a powerful label behind you.
I feel like a lot of also artists who are now in the labels are being so restricted and are not being able to do what they're doing. Like two people who I can think of it is Ray, who really broke out of that industry label thingy
Massive
and are
budgets,
thriving
non-stop
now.
marketing,
I
and the
saw
right
Halsey
connections pulling
talking in
strings in the
interviews where
background.
she was like, well, I can't
That's
do
just
anything
how it
because
works, or
I'm
so
not
we're
selling
told.
out like Taylor Swift, for example, but
SB19
like
came in
she's
and
like, I'm
quietly
doing
questioned
really
that
well
entire
with like
system.
sales and everything,
They didn't
but it's
explode
not
onto the
enough
scene
anymore
with a
for them, so
million-dollar
she's
launch or an
literally
army of insiders
put in a
hyping
shelf
them
and
up.
she's like, I don't know when I'm gonna
There
make
was no
another album.
inherited privilege, no
And that's
shortcut through
so
industry doors
scary
already
for
wide
an
open
artist
for them.
because
And
you
most
are just
importantly,
numbers
they didn't sit
now.
around waiting for someone else
And
to
if you
decide they
compare
were
yourself
worthy
to
of attention.
biggest artists,
Instead,
obviously
they
you will
chose a
never be
different
pushed
path.
out, so
They
it's kind of
focused on
now
sharpening their
a
skills
lot of
when no
artists
one
are
was
trying
watching.
to get out of
They
labels
planned
and
every move with intention.
be themselves
learned
and
how the
try to
industry
do
worked,
everything on their
and
own,
then
and
learned how
obviously
to
it's a
work
lot more
around it.
work, but
And little by
you're
little,
in
they
control.
built something far more powerful
And you
than
can
hype,
write that
a real
album and
community.
release songs and release
A
that
fan base that
music
felt
video
involved,
because you
seen,
want it
and invested in
and
the
not
journey.
because someone else is pushing you
And
or
that's
not
what set
allowing
them
you
apart.
whatsoever. Okay,
Not
let's
luck.
keep listening of the
Not
rant.
connections. Not a massive label safety net. But strategy, discipline, and the courage to bet on themselves. And that's where the story truly begins.
I'm not quite sure if this video is like the voice of his actual human being or is like AI voice that is talking there. Also, let me know in comments down below if you like
Now, let's
watching
be real
these
for a
types of
moment.
videos on my
Independence only
channel
works
or
if the
not.
talent is undeniable.
Should we just keep
You can be
on
independent
watching
all you
videos where
want,
we
but if
actually
the skill
watch
isn't there, people will move on
their
fast.
videos and videos from like
SB19 didn't walk in
Miss
relying on
O
good
and
looks or
like those
trendy,
types of
throwaway
videos where it's
hooks.
like
They came
trusted
prepared.
people
They showed up with live vocals
who
you
are
couldn't
putting
ignore.
work into their
Tight,
videos and are
disciplined synchronization
also
that proved
ATIN
how much work
themselves.
they put in. Lyrics they helped write themselves, which gave their music honesty and identity. And performances that felt deliberate,
I mean,
not rushed or
everything they
random.
do is with honesty. They're
Nothing
wearing
about
their
them felt
hearts on
accidental.
their sleeve,
Every
always.
time they stepped on stage, it felt earned, like they knew this moment mattered. Because when you don't have a massive label spending millions to push your
But also
name,
they
your
have
performance
worked
is your marketing.
their way up
Your stage
to
presence
be
is your
there,
billboard.
and it's really special
Your
for
skill
them,
is your advertisement.
knowing their
And
beginnings.
SB19 understood that early on. They trained relentlessly, even when no one was watching.
Yep.
They listened to criticism instead of running from it. They adjusted, refined, and leveled up with every opportunity.
And they're doing it still. Again and again and again. I feel like they are the best performers out there in the world right now.
And when people
Like
finally
no
started
one can
paying
do what they are
attention, there was
doing.
no debate left to be had. They didn't just look like they belonged on that stage. They proved it. Another big reason
Yeah.
SB19 didn't need a major label to define them. They already knew exactly who they were. They didn't chase trends or try to sound like a watered-down version of whoever was popular at the
Yeah,
time.
they want to do what they
There
want to
was
do.
no identity crisis, no pretending to be something they weren't.
Also, I love that they
Instead,
now
they
are
leaned
doing
fully
songs
into being
to
Filipino, and they
complement
treated that
each
not as a
member,
limitation,
song
but as
after
their edge.
song. So it's not just one
They blended
style
global
song
pop
that
influences
kind
with
of
Filipino storytelling,
every song sounds the
Filipino
same.
values,
They're doing it so it
Filipino emotion,
sounds different
the
but
kind that
still
feels raw,
coherent,
familiar, and
but it
deeply
makes sense
human.
for them.
Their music carried
cool.
the weight of real experiences, real culture, and real heart,
Yeah.
and that came through in every song. And that authenticity, it resonated. Not just with fans at home in the Philippines, but with listeners around the world.
Yeah.
Because people everywhere are tired of artists who feel manufactured and interchangeable. Polished is nice, sure, but polished without soul doesn't last. Global audiences want honesty. They want voices that sound lived in, grounded, and real.
Yeah. I love these little clips of them being in live performances. I mean, just reflects how good they
And
are.
SB19 sounded real. Now, this is where the story really shifts.
Okay.
You see, SB19 rose at a time when the internet changed the rules of the game. Suddenly, the gatekeepers didn't have all the power anymore. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, streaming platforms, these weren't just tools, they were equalizers. SB19 didn't sit around waiting for radio spins or TV invites that might never come.
Okay.
They went straight to the people. Straight to the screens in fans' hands. All it took was one performance clip that hit different. One video shared at the right moment. One reaction that made someone stop scrolling and say, "Wait, who are these guys?" And from there, it snowballed.
I
Because in
mean,
this
I
new
feel
era,
like everyone
visibility
who
doesn't
like
come from
sees
permission.
them, even like with
comes from
awards and
connection.
like voting, how ATIN
Big
goes
labels
harder,
used to
like who
decide
is
who got seen
SB19,
and
who
who
is
didn't.
18, like what is
Now,
happening, where is
attention is
this like
something you earn by
stream of
showing
people
up, by
coming in
delivering,
like a
by giving
wave,
people something worth sharing.
and then you know.
And SB19 earned every bit of it. Now, let's talk about another thing that SB19 has, which is just as powerful as money, maybe even more powerful. ATIN. SB19 didn't just
ATIN.
gain fans.
I really feel like
They
this
built
is
a community
just
that
an
moved with intention and purpose. This wasn't
like
passive support.
artificial intelligence
This was
talking,
people
like
showing up, organizing, and
literally
taking
reading
action.
the script.
Fans
Which I'm
held
not sure if
streaming
I'm
parties to
enjoying,
push
but
the music further.
I mean,
They
they're saying
coordinated
facts, like
hashtag
they haven't
trends that
said
caught
anything
global
really
attention.
wrong.
They rallied together for voting campaigns and helped bring SB19 onto international stages. When new listeners showed up curious, ATIN was already there, translating content, explaining the story, sharing the journey. They didn't just consume the music. They
Yeah.
amplified it. They protected the group when needed. They corrected misinformation. They stood their ground, not out of blind loyalty, but out of belief in what SB19 represented.
Yeah.
ATIN didn't wait around for a big label to do the promoting. They became the promotion. And
I
that
feel
kind
like
of support,
ATIN is like the biggest
buy it.
promoter, like the biggest marketing team you could
manufacture it.
ever dreamed of.
no amount of money can replicate it. It only happens when there's real trust, real connection, and a shared sense of purpose.
I
One of
mean,
the
because
biggest
there's been
advantages
people
of not
from the
being tied to a
beginning,
massive
and they
label.
have seen the growth, they have seen the
Creative freedom.
struggles, and
SB19
people have grown
had a
up with
voice in
them,
everything,
and
from their
it's
sound
not
to their
like a
lyrics,
random
from
band
the
who
message
just
they
popped
wanted
up
to
with
send to
like
the
a
direction they wanted to
huge
take as
label who
artists.
put budget in them.
They weren't
You
pushed
know,
to chase trends that
they
didn't fit them,
didn't know
and
the
they weren't rushed
story.
into releasing music before it felt
And
ready.
we are here
Every
on a
choice
journey
came
with
from a
them.
place of intention. That kind of control let them grow on their own terms, both musically and personally. And here's the thing, audiences can feel that. When artists truly believe in what they're creating, it shows. The passion, the authenticity, the care, it resonates.
Yeah.
And when that belief is real, listeners start believing too. Going global doesn't mean you have to erase where you come from.
No.
SB19 proved that in the clearest way
You
possible.
take everything with you.
They showed that you can reach audiences around the world without pretending to be something you're not. You can speak to international
That's the
fans
first
while
thing you
staying
can do to
deeply
pretend to
rooted in
someone
your
who
own
you're
culture.
not, honestly.
You don't have to strip away
'Cause
your
for
identity
how long
to
you're
be
gonna do
understood.
that?
In fact, it can be the thing that
Not
makes you
long.
stand out. Their music traveled across language barriers because emotion is universal.
Yep.
You don't need to understand every word to feel the passion, the heartache,
And that's
or
how
the
I
joy in
feel.
the performance.
I don't need to
And
know
their story
every
resonated
lyric
because it wasn't some manufactured
to
narrative
feel
cooked up by a marketing team.
what they're trying to
was
say.
real. It was lived. Every struggle, every triumph, every long night of practice, it was all genuine. That's why global audiences didn't just listen to SB19. They connected with them. They saw themselves in the story, felt the authenticity in the music, and understood that here was a group that represented something bigger than just catchy songs. They represented honesty, culture, and heart.
Yeah, it's not just about the music with them.
Sends a message that's both simple and revolutionary. You don't need a massive label, a fat budget, or a celebrity backing you to make it on the global stage. What you do need is a combination of things that money can't buy. You need skill, the kind that comes from relentless practice, late nights, and a refusal to settle for good enough. You need vision,
but also they have really good
are,
chemistry with
and how you want the
their
world
audience,
to see you. You need
which is a
discipline,
big factor, because
refining your craft and pushing
there's a lot
past
of
every
artists who
obstacle
have
along the
no
way. You need
personality,
authenticity, the courage to be real, to
and
own
it
your
just
story, and to create art that comes from the heart.
Blank
And you
surface. You're
need a
like, what am I
community that
supposed to
believes in
like
you, fans,
do with you?
and
You
supporters
don't
who
say
don't just
anything
cheer
good.
from the
You
sidelines,
don't
but
like.
actively
You have
help
no
lift you
affection
higher.
or empathy. Like, why do I
Labels can
be
amplify
their
success.
fan? Like, why do I follow
can
your
hand you
journey? But
stages,
like with them,
airplay,
they
and
have
marketing clout.
everything.
But they can't create it. SB19 proved that. They didn't wait for permission or for someone else to open the door. They built their own momentum, brick by brick, performance by performance, connection by connection. And by the time the world finally noticed, it was already too late to ignore them. They had arrived, not because a label said they could, but because they made it happen themselves.
Yeah, they arrived.
SB19 didn't just break into the global scene, they redefined
Fast
how
and
it can
hot.
be done. Their story isn't just inspiring, it's a blueprint. For artists. For creators. For anyone building something from the ground up.
There's 5 artists.
Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't
What do you
forget
mean
to
4
like,
artists?
share.
Okay guys, I don't know if I will ever watch these types of videos again, but I was like, what do you have to say about this? How they broke the system? How is their like way of like getting in? I mean, obviously if you're an ATIN for a long time, you know that the hard work they have put in, their journey, their story, their music obviously as well, their talent, their skill, like the relentless willpower of theirs is the fact why we are here, why we are watching it, and why they are free of their label. Because I don't think if they were like really soft and bendable, I don't think they would be where they are today and getting out of the previous label and how they were treated there, and how, I mean, there's also like, it's a double-edged sword, because of that we got SB19, but like what happened afterwards was not so nice. But I'm thankful that they grew out of it, they were able to rise above it and create their own and be stable with it and like just doing their best. And yeah, I mean, if you are artists like SB19, you don't need a label. You are the label, and the wave of ATINs, the army of ATINs, it's just everything that you need as an artist. And like, without them there's no ATIN, and without ATIN there's no SB19 really. Like, you need both to be able to do what they are doing, you know. So, and also they know that, they acknowledge that, and that's really rare, because a lot of artists are so in themselves, so in their head, so big headed, like, it's me, like I do this, like, fans great, who cares, like, but I did, look at me. But SB19 has never been that way. The boys always are like, thank you to you, and then acknowledge maybe at the end themselves what they have done, and their heads in the right space, which I want to say. And anyways, I'll stop you up here. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in comments down below what do you think about this video, what do you think about what it was said there, and I will see you next time real soon. So yeah, bye.